following is a presentation of YSN, your sports network.
Hello and welcome all you basketball fans for another installment of Falcons basketball. Tonight, the 4-6 Lady Falcons welcome in the 9-3 visiting Lady Cardinals. And with us tonight is our proud owner, DJ Yoakley. How you doing tonight, DJ?
Doing well, Ty. How are you?
Oh, not bad at all. We have a good matchup coming in here tonight with the Falcons coming off of a 5-game losing streak. And actually, this will be Coach Nurnberger's largest losing streak since taking over coaching. We asked him, too, about this before the game, about how does he motivate his players. And he actually said that this team has one of the best attitudes that he has ever coached, and surprisingly they've been able to motivate themselves, and he really hadn't to do much about it.
And that's big. I mean, when you don't have to talk to your players and pump them up, that's big. Self-motivation, and coaches will tell you this, that means you're doing something right. That means that win, lose, draw, your players believe and have bought into your program, and that's huge for any coach.
And we also asked him, too, before the game about something other than basketball that he tries to teach his players. And he said it was basically the experience that they have in high school and just having fun, not to go out there and always take this game as seriously as possible. Of course, he says the goal is to win, but he wants them to enjoy and remember the experience of playing these games.
What's crazy is you talked about the records coming into this game. This is a Saturday game. There's a lot of people that kind of overlook Saturday games. It's not a Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday game. So opportunity for the Falcons to kind of swoop in and steal a game is on the table here tonight, Ty.
And we never want to doubt either Coach Nurnberger since taking over this program. He hasn't had a losing season. He's done a tremendous job with this team since he took over 4 years ago for the Falcons. Not going to be an easy task though tonight with this 9-3 Cardinals team as they look to be deadly on the offense and defense.
The thing that really sets this Cardinal team apart is their scrappiness. You're going to see them diving for basketballs. You're going to see them going in for offensive boards. Fitch is just going to have to be that much more aggressive if they want to come away with the W tonight.
As we get ready now for the opening tip-off, taking that opening tip-off for the Falcons will be Chelsea Wheeler. On the other side, it'll be Grace Magnapora for the Cardinals.
Mangapora is one that can beat you inside or outside, so keep your eyes on her at 44.
As Mangapora gets the tip and gets it back to herself, she gets the ball now and she tries to take it, go right to work. Now she kicks out to the wing, going inside, putting up a floater shot up, no good, rebounded there by McNevin. She kicks it out to Ashley Mickey, back now to Emma Bartlett. Bartlett now taking it to the wing, handing off to Daria Williams, the leader of this Falcons team, taking a mid-range shot off to the left there, rebound there, that was by Alyssa Dill for the Cardinals.
Dill's another one of the shooters for the Cards, so keep your eye on her. She can hit it from anywhere on the floor.
As we see Iracy there handing it off to Samarone, as now that was Orlovsky getting it. Inside now to Mangapore, now back outside top of the key, kick to the wing there, as Dill got the ball back. Or excuse me, Iracy there, as that goes to Samarone, back to Iracy. Iracy trying to get it inside. It looks like the Cardinals are trying to work it. Iracy does get the inside pass there. Shot is up by Mangapore. No good, but a foul is called.
And Mangapore is good. She has great basketball IQ. She's able to bang bodies down low, and that's exactly what she felt her team kind of slipping away. So figuring she can draw two free throws from the line is a great opportunity for her to get this thing started.
As her first free throw falls short there off the front iron. Chance to go 1 for 2 here at the line and get the Cardinals on the board and take an early lead here in this ball game. As Mangapore's second shot fails to convert both free throws, they were able to tip it back their way. Mangapore able to grab that ball. She goes on the attack now, kicks it to the corner. Now trying to find an inside pass. That is Orlovsky. Now getting it to Iracy now. Iracy kicking it there to Dill. Now back to Iracy. As the Falcons are really defending the three right now, and they're really just playing good defense, and that's one of the keys that Coach Nurnberger talked about, and that they're going to have to play in-your-face defense with this Canfield team. And you talked a lot about this Canfield team's grit and grind. And then Schnurberger said, we're going to have to match that or even exceed that to come away with a win tonight.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things. And you see the frustration already by Canfield. They can't get their sets because Fitch is keeping them outside of in the perimeter. And that's got to be frustrating because Canfield likes to get this game started quick, fast, and in a hurry. And so far it's been slow.
As that inside pass went to Magnapora but did not convert there as a block by the Falcons. Daria Williams trying to go coast to coast with it. Ran into some trouble, almost stolen away. Got it to Emma Bartlett. Now Maya McNevin with the mid-ranger. No good, strong there.
Iracie's hurt.
Sailing out of bounds.
She is favoring.
She might have banged knees there or something.
She was the one that took the brunt of that hit, that collision. But she looks to be okay as she speeds up the court.
And that is one thing that the Coach Schnernberger talked about for the Falcons is that this team's speed is unbelievable. They'll blow right by you, right to the rim every single time if you don't contain them. Falcons, like we said, though, have been doing a good job keeping the Cardinals in front of them.
And that's half the battle. I mean, if you don't let them blow past you with their incredible speed, you force contested shots like that, you're going to see some misses like we just saw.
As Mangapora missing that three-point shot, or she's trying to get herself going here in the early part of this matchup. Daria Williams with a handoff to Ashley Mickey. Ashley Mickey went with a floater, missing that. Both teams here just trying to find a rhythm offensively, and it's not working right now for either team.
No, this is a heavyweight fight. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is the early rounds. They're just kind of taking jabs, seeing how each other are defending it. And right now, Canfield looking for some holes in this defense. They just can't find them.
As Samarone gets the ball back from Mangapore, Samarone, with the pump fake there. Pass tried to go inside there, but stolen away by Emma Bartlett. Emma Bartlett now with the ball, taking it to the wing, now getting it to Daria Williams. She pump fakes, takes it to the top of the key, hands it to Chelsea Wheeler. Wheeler now tried to get it to the opposite wing there. Emma Bartlett trying to find their way inside. The Canfield Cardinals are just denying it right now. As Ashley Mickey to Chelsea Wheeler at the top of the key. Wheeler trying to back down there. That was Dill. Ashley Mickey now back at the top of the key. Now to Emma Bartlett on the wing. And both teams just having trouble finding their way inside as that pass intended for Maya McNevin tipped there and going out of bounds, staying with the Falcons though.
Biggest thing right now is the longer this game stays close or tied, relative of what the score is, it's advantage Austintown. And that's the biggest thing. Fitch is really okay with this, a 0-0 game. They are happy to be able to battle here with Canfield, given not only the records but the reputation. So advantage Fitch here in the early going.
As we've burned almost 4 minutes off the clock, no score for either team as it's just been a game of defense and just trying to find a rhythm on offense for both teams. As we see Ashley Mickey doing battle with Mangapora, tries to get inside, shot is up, had an open look there. Just kind of rushed the shot, though, it seemed like, once she got inside.
I think she was looking for contact.
And that blew right past there, and that shot is up and in as Samarone gets the Cardinals on the board. The first score of the game, and the Cardinals have a 2-0 advantage now.
And that's a 4-point swing right there. And, you look at that, on tape tomorrow, tonight, whenever Coach does it, and he's going to kind of grimace. You can almost feel it when it went through the first time around.
As we see now, that is Iracy with the ball, now kicking it to Mangapora. Mangapora tried to find an inside pass, now had to kick it to Dill. Dill now to Iracy. Iracy getting it inside to Mangapora. Defending there is Wheeler. Good defense there, stopping Mangapora on the inside again.
That was Ashley Mickey getting a hand in the face.
As both they double-teamed her on the inside, and it worked out well. Daria Williams inside pass to McNevin. McNevin now trying to do with a hook shot. Couldn't get anything there. Rebounded Cardinals. Iracy now taking it up court. Iracy blowing by her defender. Now kicks out to Dill. Dill with the three-pointer. No good. Rattles around the rim and out. Daria Williams now on the fast break. Stopping at the wing. Looking for a pass. Just has to get it there to Bartlett. Bartlett now taking it to the top of the key. Trying to find her way inside. That pass step stolen away. Saved there by Ashley Mickey. And a foul is called there.
It's going to get Samarone on that. And the other thing that you're seeing here is impressive with the Fitch defense because they're limiting the confidence that Canfield's bringing to the table right now. Because Canfield's trying to get these shots off, these open looks. Fitch is doing a great job down low, as you'll see, boxing out as well as limiting to one-shot possessions.
As Gabby Dimitrovic, and that is Morgan Carey that subbed in for the Cardinals. On the other side, we saw Caitlin Corbett, and we have Shania Steers Royale coming in for the Falcons. Substitutions here early, just maybe trying to get, new looks in here, trying to get any kind of offense going for either team. As that is Iracy getting it inside there. That's Dimitrovic. Now back outside to Samarone. Now cross-court carry now. Steers Royale blocking that one up. Now back to Samarone.
Samarone can cut to the lane, and she's as quick as a hiccup. So watch as this game progresses if she's able to cut through double defenders.
As Iracy getting the ball back, and these teams just seriously just trying to find, any kind of offense that the other team's giving, but neither team is really giving up much on offense, as they were able to get a cut there, but the Falcons were able to recover on defense, get a block in there, and get two people on. I believe that was Carey that was cutting to the basket that time.
They're going to get Chelsea Wheeler on this. I thought they were going to go with a held ball, but they go with Wheeler. That's going to be her second foul, and she is going to head to the sidelines for a rest.
As Maya McNevin now checks in, and now they got their two post players, and McNevin and Steers Royale in right now. It's going to help out on the rebounds, but as far as the speed of the Canfield Cardinals there, we see Iracy making that three-pointer. It's going to be really hard defending them, and as that coach said, this Cardinals team, they could blow by you if you're not careful.
And that's the trouble of it. You have to swap out for possessions. You have to swap out for, a small for a big, and Iracy gets out in the corner. You can't chase her out there, and she makes you pay for it. And it's a 5-0 Canfield lead, which could be trouble. This is, no matter what, we said keep it close, stay in the game. And you can tell Coach Schnernberger's happy with where they're at right now, but a score on this possession would be huge. And nice job there.
As Caitlin Corbett getting it to Emma Barley. Emma Barley just able to corral that with the double coverage there, drawing the foul.
So Ashley Mickey's going to come back into the game, and that's key for a couple different reasons. Number one is it's going to speed up the offense a little bit. Not that Bartlett's slowing it down at all, but being able to give a little bit more height, even if it's a couple inches, and then get a hand in the face defensively. Keep this a tight, contested ball game.
As there we got Steers Royal with the ball. Ashley Mickey immediately coming in, trying to make an impact, taking the three there. Hard off back iron, and the Cardinals go back to work. Traveling violation is called there. And I think one of the reasons Schnernberger is electing to go with Caitlin Corbett this early is because just the height there, as we see Iracy, she's only standing at 5'1", and Caitlin Corbett's able to match height rather and match speed more importantly.
That's exactly right. You match the speed, you match the footsteps, and you have basically you have a ninja or a shadow, as they call it, on the ball handler, and that's exactly what you need. And Coach Schnernberger able to very quickly point that out.
As we saw, Ashley Mickey's pass went wide left of Steers Royale. So Cardinals get the ball back. Iracy there getting it to Dill. Now getting it inside. Strip stolen away. Daria Williams, 2-on-1 fast break, trying to take it herself. Could not convert for the and one, but will go to the line for two, and a chance to get the Falcons on the board with 51.4 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, we got to get Daria to start going kind of the underhand layup, because she's keeping it high, which is great. But at the same time, she's putting a little bit too much mustard on it, and that's why you're not seeing so much of the finesse as you are the power. And she's able to rattle the first one home, which is good to get the Falcons on the board at least.
And with the Falcons, and we talked with Schnernberger, I mean, Daria Williams is a great talent, but this is her first year of ever having to, truly take over this team, as they had much talented players the past few years. As we heard Jada Lazara was here, we heard Sabria Hunter was here, and Lazara and Sabria Hunter, both at college right now playing basketball for their respective colleges. And it's really her team now, Daria Williams.
And it's fun it's got to be fun for her, but she's got to make a lot of adjustments, and there's a lot of pressure on her shoulders, because she's got to be a post and a wing at the same time, basically, for this ball club.
Caitlin Corbett was able to get an inside pass there to McNevin. McNevin unable to convert. She was short on that shot there. As we see now, Magnapora with the ball, slowing the time down, probably going to take the last shot here of the quarter.
Canfield's starting to get comfortable. This is not where you want them to be with the last shot, an opportunity.
Magnapora getting it to Dill. Dill now trying to drive inside. Loose ball, getting it now to the corner. Carey taking a three shot, did not count. And that is the end of the first quarter here in a very low-scoring defensive battle where the Cardinals are leading it 7-1. We'll take a break here on YSN.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become one in a million.
Hi, come on in. Wow, where did you get this beautiful hardwood flooring?
Baird Brothers.
So did Bob get a raise?
Not a raise. Baird Brothers fine hardwoods, and you can have beautiful hardwood flooring too. Visit BairdBrothers.com.
As we are back getting ready for the second quarter of action here with the Falcons and Cardinals game. And in that first quarter, you talked about it, DJ, about them trading blows, trying to figure each other out. What do the Falcons have to do to really start scoring the basketball this quarter?
Really, it's just getting aggressive. I mean, you can see the obvious focus is on defense. And once they turn it over to offense and let the dogs loose a little bit, I think that they can score. But, again, there's another team out there too, and Canfield's pretty darn good, as we've seen their 9-3 record. So I think Daria could have a big game if she wants it, but I think the Falcons might have to swap to the perimeter.
And Ashley Mickey was able to find her way inside, got a lane, and took it right to the rack and scored it there. Falcons' first field goal that they've converted here in this game. As we see, the one substitution the Falcons elected to make was bringing Emma Bartlett in for Steers Royale out of that first quarter. As that inside pass, now back outside. Carey now making a shot, no good there. It was hard, but rebounded by the Cardinals. Mangapura now with a three, putting it up, putting it in, and getting them a 7-point lead now for the Cardinals.
That's that second chance opportunity we talked about earlier. You have to limit those, and Canfield making it hurt that time from deep.
As Daria Williams now just has to hand it off to Ashley Mickey. Almost lost the ball there. Ashley Mickey able to recover. Ashley Mickey now trying to go on the attack. Now hands it off to Corbett. Corbett thought about a three, pump fakes it. Now elects to go mid-range. No good. Letting it go out of bounds are the Cardinals, and they will get the ball back now.
Falcons getting good shot selection here. It's just getting them to drop is the biggest concern. I mean, that's Captain Obvious speaking, but the reality is you got to be able to hit.
As we see that three that was made by Mangapore was now downgraded to a 2, I believe. As the referees seem to be discussing it.
Yeah, they were talking about that last Magnapora.
And it is a 3, and the Cardinals will stay with a 7-point lead now. As Mangapora now with the ball back now gets it to Dill inside there. As we see the Falcons playing more of a zone defense rather than man-on-man. Foul is called there. That was Dill. No, a lane violation there, rather. Yes.
Yeah, they dodged a bullet there. Coach Schnernberger saying, don't jump, stay on your feet. D up. Could be in a good defensive position. As soon as you leave your feet, everything crashes around you.
And now they bring out Caitlin Corbett, bring in Steers Royale, most likely because Iracy is not on the court right now, so give Corbett a rest when Iracy's not here. But that ball goes out of bounds. And Coach Schnernberger talked about it and hinted at it. I mean, with shots not falling, that's something you can't really control. If a shot's not falling, it's not falling. But the things you can control are the turnovers and then just the lazy fouls that you can't control.
Yep, it's the effort. You can control your attitude, you can control your effort, and that's what he's trying to do right now. I mean, it's only a 7-point game. This has been a slow-churning basketball game. So if you're able to control Mangapora as they are, and again, limiting those second chance opportunities is going to keep Fitch in the game, because we talked about it prior to the start of the ball game. Canfield loves those offensive rebounds because it gives them two things: closer buckets, and it puts the defense in a frenzy.
Absolutely, as we see both Iracy and Orlovsky checking back in for Canfield. And this Canfield team, I mean, only a 7-point lead. I mean, that favors Fitch, but I mean, this Canfield team can really put it on you in a hurry, too. As a foul is called there and going to the line for 2, I believe drawing that one was, let's see, that was Dill that drew that one. Chance now to extend the lead to 9 here. The Falcons are right on that edge of really letting this game get away from them if they don't make some adjustments right now. But, I mean, credit the Falcons' defense, though. I mean, you held Canfield to 10 points in, 10 minutes of play now? And that's pretty incredible for how high scoring and prolific this offense is for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, the reality of it is you got to put points on the board. You're not going to win a whole lot of games with 3 points. So I think Coach Schnurberger would agree that, as great as the defense is, and you want to hang your hat on that, but you got to get better shots.
As we see Daria Williams drawing the foul there, as Orlovsky picking up that one. And we saw there Daria Williams attacking the basket more. Maybe something they need to try doing more instead of, settling for these mid-range shots that they did in the first quarter. As we see Bartlett now with the ball, taking it to the wing, now going on the attack, handing it off to Steers Royale. Steers Royale now in the corner, dribbles it to the top of the key, hands it off to McNevin. Now Daria Williams trying to find that lane, taking it up, gets it to Steers Royale with the mid-ranger, up and no good. And those are the shots that the Falcons, you can't control it, but it's just a bad break for the Falcons.
That one was halfway down and spit back out of the bucket.
As Iracy now with the ball, getting it to Dill. Dill gets it back to Iracy. Iracy to the corner. Pump fake there by Olovsky, but a foul is called on Steers Royale. As we see that Orlovsky will be inbounding the ball. And that is, I believe, Gianna DeLucia coming in.
Yeah, DeLucia in. Nice defensive presence for the Cardinals. She's got no problem banging bodies down low.
Mangapura loses the ball. Iracy able to come up with it, though, as that's a mismatch there with McNevin on Iracy. Falcons didn't switch anyone there. Going inside, Mangapura now kicks it to the corner, wide open for Dill. No good there. Dill had a chance to make him pay. Daria Williams trying to take it coast to coast, puts it up, dribbles right out. And those are just the shots that we talked about. Again, just bad breaks for the Falcons. That's 4 points that could have been potentially on the board for them. That shot no good there. Steers Royale coming up with it, getting it to Emma Bartlett. Emma Bartlett going on. They had a 3-on-2 fast break. Bartlett trying to take it inside. She puts it up and puts it in. Big shot there for the Falcons, bringing them within 6 now.
That's a big bucket. Watch how, when Canfield shoots, watch how many boxing out opportunities Fitch has. You're going to see 4 butts getting low and pushing out while somebody's out there for the long rebound. That's excellent defense.
As we see now, that kick to Dill, now to the corner, Orlovsky. Back to Dill now. As the Falcons keep going with the zone defense here, it's worked very well for them. Iracy now back to Dill. Dill finding her way inside, now kicking it to the corner, taking a 3 is Orlovsky, and she sinks a 3 from that corner. It was good defense, just better offense there.
That's the thing. I mean, you got to have a hand in the face, even if it's just, glazing across. It's one of those things where you've got to contest these shots. McNevin in the outside.
As another missed opportunity on the inside there. Steers Royal had a shot at it. Now going to work is Dill. Dill now kicking it to Iracy to the corner. Another 3 by Orlovsky. She makes him pay again with another 3. And it's quickly getting away from the Falcons. A 17-5 lead. Timeout by Schnurrenberger. That'll be a full one. And we'll take a break here on YSN.
Austintown Fitch.
21 News.
And thank you for joining us.
Let's get right to our top
More
stories.
experienced reporters.
A Warren
New
Beatty
Wilmington
at
restaurant.
GM Lordstown.
Telling more local stories
We'll look at efforts to
As the prosecution rests.
around our valley.
in Niles.
We are here in Youngstown, right up.
Because you expect
Important for everyone.
No place like home.
Youngstown.
more local news.
In Mercer County.
Before they become life-threatening.
21 News is our valley's #1 local news.
Right now, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is featuring industrial workbench tops. Hard maple workbench tops starting at $240. Red oak workbench tops starting at just $210. See the entire selection when you shop BairdBrothers.com or 7060 Quarry Road, Canfield.
As we are back now out of the Falcons full timeout there. And Canfield going on a run, leaded there by Orlovsky's 2 triples, putting the Cardinals up by 12 now.
Yeah, I felt bad. I said, uh-oh, as soon as the ball went to the corner, but that one was kind of telegraphed, and you could see trouble was brewing.
As the Cardinals finding a way to fight through that defense of Falcons as a missed 3 by Daria Williams. Rebound, though, Ashley Mickey coming down with it. Now taking it outside, almost stolen by Magnapura, now getting it to Bartlett. This Cardinals team, is in your faces. Steers Royal never really had that ball when she tried to put it up. Magnapura now to Iracy. Iracy, they'll get her on the travel there, shuffled her feet on the inside.
Yeah, the Falcons dodged a bullet there because that was an opportunity for Canfield to keep churning the momentum as they're trying to do right now. Just keep the tables turned in their direction.
As Francesca Ricciardi comes in for the Cardinals. Daria Williams getting it to Mickey there. Mickey to Steers Royal. Inside there, Wheeler. She's back in after going out of the first quarter due to foul trouble. And Emma Bartlett now taking a three. No good there. Fight for the rebound. Almost going out of bounds. Mangapore saving it there. Iracy now with the ball, taking it up court. Bartlett covering Iracy. Now back to Bartlett, now to Orlovsky on the wing. Bartlett getting the ball back now. As that inside shot by Mangapore is good. And this ball game starting to get away from the Falcons if it already hasn't, as the Cardinals now take a 14-point advantage here. As that inside pass to Daria Williams. Traveling violation is called as she couldn't really corral that ball. Cardinals will get the ball back now. Subbing in now is Gabby Demidovic. Demidovic now, Iracy taking it up court. Now to Mangapore, to Iracy. Iracy to the corner. Looking for an inside pass there. Not really finding it was Ricciardi, and the ball goes back to the Falcons on a violation there. Holding the ball too long was Ricciardi. As we see, the Falcons still have time to put a run together, but they're just struggling on offense as we see Bartlett getting it inside to Wheeler. Wheeler putting it up and in.
Now you're starting to see a little bit of rhythm coming from that Falcon offense. They just can't let their defense suffer. They got to step up the D more now than ever.
As Mangapore gets it, Iracy now back to Mangapore, and now to the corner. Carey now trying to go inside, now kicks it to Demidovic. No good. Rebounded. And they call a traveling violation there on Daria Williams. She got it. She wanted to go right on the fast break, but she walked with it. As they now sub in. We'll see here. Yep, that is Alyssa Leskovac. Haven't seen too much of her this season, but they elect to sub her in now. Maybe just to get a different look here on offense.
Fresh legs. You know, it's a physical game right now.
As Chelsea Wheeler there, no
see
foul is called there. Shot is up and in. I believe that was Demidovic. Yep. And reclaiming their 14-point lead is the Cardinals. As Leskovac now with the ball. Leskovac looking for the pass. Gets it inside to Steers Royal. Steers Royal back out to Leskovac. Leskovac to Emma Bartlett, top of the key. Trying to deal with Iracy there. Iracy speedy on defense. Stolen away there. Not able to corral it there was Mickey. Kicking it out. Iracy now with a three. No good. Wide left there. Fight for the rebound. Steers Royale. As we seem to have an injury there. Steers Royal appeared to have turned an ankle there.
You could see it. She was chasing after it and was not touched. Those are some of those injuries that you just you hold your breath, because when there's no contact, that means that there could be serious damage to ligaments. You hope that's not the case.
As we see, she was unable to put any pressure on that ankle there.
She started to, and then she immediately went back down.
That would be a huge loss there for the Falcons, as Steers Royale, one of the seniors, essentially the sixth man of this Falcons team, and she provides a big spark off the bench, both defensively, and she can give you some offensive buckets on the inside there. So the doctors check on her, and we wish the best there for Steers Royale, as we hope that she doesn't have any serious injury there. As we get back to the game action now, Carey now handing it off there, now to Mangapora. Mangapore being guarded there by Chelsea Wheeler. Mangapore trying to fight her way inside, now kicking it out. Now to Demidovic. Demidovic cross course to Carey. Carey inside to Mangapore. Mangapore finds her hook shot there, no good. Rebound to McNevin. McNevin to Leskovac, and now Emma Bartlett has the ball, and they'll take it up at a slower pace rather. Bartlett now kicking it to Corbett. Corbett to the three-point line, takes a shot, no good. Fight for the rebound. McNevin coming down with it. McNevin now kicking it to Leskovac. Leskovac now trying to go on the attack. Can't find any passing lane. Did find Bartlett. Bartlett gets into a double team there, and the time runs out for the first half of basketball with the Falcons struggling to score any offense. Cardinals leading it here 21-7. And we will be back here after the halftime break right here on YSN. As we come back now, we are about ready here to start the second half of basketball with the Canfield Cardinals clinging to a 14-point lead, 21-7 here. And we just seen the Falcons just having bad luck with their shooting right now, and defensively, their cracks are starting to show on the other side.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing right now is Canfield's kind of waiting out Austintown Fitch, which is interesting because of where both teams stand in the standings. But, you know, Fitch hung in there for a while. We had a 0-0 ball game halfway through the first, and then all of a sudden Canfield starts exuding confidence, and Austintown Fitch just trying to play keep up. And basketball is a game of runs, and, you know, just Canfield's had so far more runs than Austintown Fitch.
And it wasn't even as much cracks there on defense. It's just better offense, essentially, from this Cardinals team. And, you know, with all the departures from last year's team, where you had all these seniors that went to colleges, you know, and they have basically Dario Williams taking over. You know, I talked with Coach Nurnberger about what this team's identity is, and he really just said toughness and tenacity and dealing with adversity is what the key points they look to, you know, teach this team this year is just be tough and, you know, deal with this adversity.
You've got 4 seniors. I mean, you've got four players with experience at the varsity level, and you're really trying to build that bench. You know, when you're not dealing with 5 senior starters, as Coach Schnurrenberger is right now, you're trying to find those role players. And as he and I talked before the game, he said basically when you're looking for those opportunities during the season, it's going to be a struggle. And right now, he's looking for his key players that he can go to, and he's getting a different one every night, which is good. But at the same time, you want that consistency throughout the season, and that has been the trouble and really the tale of the Falcons season this year.
As we see Shania Steers-Royo not coming out from the locker room, she's probably being evaluated after the injury there at the end of the second quarter there. And we still hope that everything works out well for her, as Canfield will get the ball here to start the third, and that will be Iracy with the ball. She gets it there to Samarone. Samarone back to Iracy to the corner, Orlovsky. That was their bread and butter play a lot in the first and second quarter there. The first half, essentially, was that 3 in the corner from Orlovsky. Orlovsky now tried to look for a pass inside, now gets it to Magnapora. Magnapora pump fakes, now finds a mid-ranger, puts it up and puts it in.
Yeah, this is where it's going to get dicey, because if Mangapura starts going off, it is going to be trouble because they can't match up with her size right now.
Absolutely. They were able to, you know, contain her and stop her a little bit in that first half, but if she starts blowing up now, this could really turn into a blowout here for the Falcons. It's Mangapura with that inside pass, sails over the head there of Samarone and goes back to the Falcons.
We talked about the dynamic play of Mangapura. She can beat you inside, she can beat you outside, and right now the Falcons don't have a matchup for that. It's the equivalent of what the Falcons have on the boys' side with Todd Simons.
As we see now, Emma Bartlett with the ball, getting it to Ashley Mickey at the top of the key. Ashley Mickey now tries to go on the attack, gets it stolen away there. That one by Samarone. Samarone gets double teamed there, and a foul is called. Dario Williams. As we do talk about this boys basketball team faced off against this very Cardinals team last night and came away with a big win, aided by Todd Simons and Chris Brown. Simons with 23 and Brown with 25 last night to lead the Falcons to a victory over the division rival Cardinals.
What a win that was. You had a great call last night.
As we see Maya McNevin there sinking that mid-range shot. Maybe the start of a run here for the Falcons, as they need one now, as they still are not out of it here. We've seen the Falcons post big comebacks before, but they're on the edge right now. And, you know, at this point, it's almost as if, like, what do you have to lose? Attack the basket, try to get any kind of offense that you can create it here. As Ashley Mickey picking up a foul here, second foul for her. As we have both Mickey and Wheeler now with 2 fouls, and now with Steers Royale not on that bench. Your bench is kind of short, and you're going to have to maybe turn to some girls who have yet to play really in this varsity season, some younger sophomores, you know, for this Falcons team.
Saw Leskovac check in earlier in the game. She might get some varsity minutes here tonight, some that, you know, could help extend that bench, as you talked about.
As Iracy getting it to Magnapora. Now Samarone had an open leg as McNevin tried to come in there and save it. She did, but an offensive rebound. Now Iracy with the 3 and another offensive rebound. Magnapora there with the double coverage. Puts it up, puts it in with the and one opportunity. And she's starting to light it up here at the beginning of the second half.
Not many people can spell Mangapora, but a lot of people can spell trouble, Troubla, and they're basically spelled the same because if she starts going, the Lady Falcons are in a lot of trouble.
Mangapora converts her free throw there and the and one opportunity, and now the Cardinals lead at 26-9 now, 17-point advantage for the Cards with 5:40 left in the third. Daria Williams now with the ball. Tries to stop on a dime, but they were able to stop right with her. Ashley Mickey now with the ball. McNevin now with a deep mid-ranger, no good. Fight for the rebound. We'll see who comes up with a fight. Jump ball will be called, as the Falcons will keep it on alternating possessions. That was Samarone and Daria Williams there fighting for the ball.
You talk about the scrappiness of the Cardinals. How about the scrappiness of the Falcons matching it right now and getting the ball?
And like that's one thing Sternberger said. I mean, those are the things you can control. Is you got to have that grit and grind if you even want to win here tonight. Is that ball last touch there by Bartlett and goes back to the Cardinals. As now going to retrieve it there was Orlovsky, and she'll be inbounding the ball. And we will see, as this is more of a rivalry week rather than weekend, as we see both the boys and girls team will be playing Boardman right here at Fitch High School. Boys will be playing, of course, on Tuesday night. The girls will be playing Wednesday night, both against Boardman High School. And that is their long-standing big division rival for the Falcons here.
No pregame speech needed for those games, huh?
No, not at all. As we see Iracy now with the ball, kicking it to the corner, and that 3 is up. No good, short. Last touch, Magnapora able to save it, but it goes right to the hands of Williams, and a foul is called there. That one goes on Alyssa Dill, I believe. Yep.
Good heads-up play by Williams there because they were looking to throw it off of her leg. She's able to step back, make a nice kind of like a catcher would in baseball block, and collects the foul.
As the Falcons seem to be doing everything right, it's just they can't get anything on offense. As Emma Bartlett, again, getting inside there and just rattling in and out. And those are just the things, like, you can't control those things, but they really, they hurt more when you're down this much. You need to make a comeback, and those shots just won't seem to fall.
Yeah, frustration foul right there with Ashley Mickey. She went for a reach and got her shoulder dug right into the ball handler, rather.
As now both Mickey and Wheeler with 3 fouls here, and both are in foul trouble. 4:21 left in the third quarter. And I mean, of course, 5 fouls and you're out here at the high school level, so they're really teetering here on some trouble, are the Falcons. As Ashley Mickey now with the ball. As Iracy stayed with her the whole way. Now Iracy switches to Bartlett. Bartlett now taking it to the top of the key. Now trying to kick it to, trying to get it to Daria Williams. Samarone all alone takes it up, puts it up. No good, though. Failing to convert the fast break opportunity wide open when she was all alone. And a foul there. Daria Williams picking up her first foul.
Samarone is getting beat up big time in the last 2, and she's going to get some well-deserved minutes on the bench because she's got to lick her wounds a little bit, man. She is all out, and the last couple times down the floor, she has been face down on the hardwood. That's nowhere to be.
I mean, it's not something that, gets recorded in the stat sheet, but you could appreciate the kind of hustle, though, that Samarone.
Absolutely.
Any coach will appreciate that kind of hustle. It's not one of those things that goes in the record books, but it's certainly one of those things that makes up a winning team. As Alyssa Dill, the big shooter you noted at the beginning of this game, makes a 3, and it's a 20-point advantage for the Cardinals now.
Things starting to slip here for the Lady Falcons.
Absolutely. Daria Williams trying to turn things around as that shot up. No good there. Foul is called, goes back to the Cards. As, we're going to see Schnernberger throughout this season. He's going to have to try to figure something out, to save the season. Because, I mean, you're standing at 4-6. Loss here, if, providing that the Falcons don't make a comeback. A loss takes you to 4-7. You're still in the fight. You're still in the mix of things.
Absolutely.
A lot of season left. And I think it's just this team needs to figure out who they are as a basketball team, and it's just you got to get those adjustments in.
Tools are there. They're all in the toolbox. It's just a matter of which tools are going to fix what, right?
Absolutely. As we see Magnapora try to get fouled there, try to look for contact. They didn't give it to her that time. As Emma Bartlett coming down with the ball now, kicking it to Corbett. Corbett now, well defended there, goes out of bounds, goes back to the Cardinals. Leskovac checking back in now for the Falcons. And that'll be for Maya McNevin.
So this will give the Falcons a different look, a little bit of speed on the floor now. See if they start doing some transition buckets, or at least attempt to.
They're going to have to just, I mean, at this point when you're down by 20, you should try pretty much anything and just see what sticks as far as offense goes. You need offensive buckets. I mean, you got 9 points and, you know, almost 3 quarters of play right now. Something on offense is just not working right now for the Falcons.
Spin move. There's Dill. Oh, I thought that was going to fall too.
As Dill got the mismatch there on Caitlin Corbett, the much smaller Corbett there. As we see Caitlin Corbett stands just at 5'5" for the Falcons. And of course, Dill is much bigger at 5'10". Dill now going to the line for 2. Chance to extend this lead to 22 as that first one rattles around the rim. No good. Now trying to just convert 1 for 2 at the line is Alyssa Dill now. As we see Shania Steers-Royal going back now to the locker room. She had her shoe off there. I believe that was an ankle injury that she suffered there at the end of the first half.
Better ankle than a knee.
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't want either. But
yeah. As we see Emma Bartlett getting it there to Wheeler. Now Leskovac at the top of the key to Bartlett. Bartlett now tried to look for something inside. The Cards are just denying it as that ball is stolen away. Jump ball is called. Will go to the Cardinals anyway on alternating possessions. As Magnapora coming in now, as well as Samarone. As Iracy will get a break, and so will Dill. As now, I mean, you know, when you're up by 20, we see that Coach Reel for the Cardinals, you know, he's kind of going with bench players, and half starters have bench players right now, not really needing to go all-out attack with his starters at this point when you have this kind of lead. That shot is missed, and a foul is called. Goes back to the Falcons. As Ricciardi picking up a foul there. And another thing, too, is this Cardinals team is just playing clean basketball, not really fouling all that much. That's only 3 here in this quarter. I believe they ended the first with just 4.
Well, that's the thing. They're giving up
half,
they're giving up the rebound. That's fine. They're going to play defense on the other side, but they're also winning the transition game, and that's what's really started to separate them on the scoreboard.
As Corbett getting it to Leskovac. Leskovac now defended well there by Ricciardi. Now getting it there to Bartlett. Bartlett trying to find inside. Now kicking it there to Leskovac. Leskovac now pumps it, goes cross court to Wheeler. Wheeler now tries to go inside. Shot is up, and she will draw a foul there. Go to the line for 2. I mean, it's hard, though, because the Cardinals don't foul that much, but you got to maybe try going that approach. I mean, free throws are going to be the most open, easy bucket you can make in a game, so possibly try to attack the basket and just draw as many fouls as you can to try to bring yourself back into this game.
Well, not just that, but it does it with the clock stopped, and that's the bigger part of the equation is you're scoring with, you know, against the clock, and you're, you know, basically doubling off your opponent.
As Wheeler there making 1 of 2, cutting it back down to a 20-point lead now. As that inside pass tried to go to Magnapore, goes out of bounds, last touch by Magnapore, and the Falcons will get the ball back. If the Falcons here, they're going to look to try to put a little bit of a run together in the final minute and 8 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter before we enter the final quarter of regulation now. As that ball getting to Ashley Mickey. Mickey now taking it to the top of the key to Caitlin Corbett. Corbett now with a 3, no good. That's wide of the bucket there. Sails off the back iron. Is now getting the ball to Dimitrovic. Now inside to Samarone. Shot is up, no good. Fight for the ball. Samarone right back on the ground. Jump ball is called. Will go to the Falcons, of course, on alternating possessions. And we are 42.3 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter. As we see Ashley Mickey inbounding it there to Bartlett. Bartlett now taking it to the top of the key, trying to hit anything created to the corner to Corbett, tried to hand it off to Mickey. Mickey was just a step ahead of it, and now all alone taking the shot, going up is Carey and putting it in. That's a 22-point advantage with 22 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's official now that I believe that the Canfield Cardinals are really just sticking it to this Lady Falcons team right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're not trying to do it. They're not trying to run the score up. They're just running their offense. And, you know, sometimes as a defense, you got to stop them. And
as Samarone getting a foul there, she's visibly frustrated as she picks up her third.
Because she just took an elbow straight to the chest. And that was, you know, it's one of those subtle things. And, you know, when the score's like this and you're trying to fight and reserve yourself a spot in the starting lineup, you're going to see some frustrations.
As Bartlett now trying to take a quick three, and that is short off front iron. We're going into the final quarter of regulation with the Falcons down by 22. We'll take a break here on YSN.
Right now, Beard Brothers Fine Hardwoods is featuring industrial workbench tops. Hard maple workbench tops starting at $240. Red oak workbench tops starting at just $210. See the entire selection when you shop beardbrothers.com or 7060 Quarry Road, Canfield.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
As we are back now for the final quarter of regulation between in-division rivals, the Lady Falcons and the Lady Cardinals. And the Cardinals are really sticking it to the Falcons, as we said before the break, with a 32-10 advantage with 8 minutes to go left in this game.
Fourth quarter, I mean, you're in a situation where you're down by 22 points. You just got to work through some of these kinks that are keeping you down. It's hard to work through that, though. I mean, that is just a beautiful shot by Orlovsky.
As we see Zeta Crick also checking in for the Falcons. Haven't seen much of her either, but of course, Schnernberger's just going to try whatever he can. As you know, you're down by 24. You just want to see what this team can give you. As Crick tried to go immediately and, you know, go in for a shot there. But getting the rebound and getting the foul is Bartlett, and going to the line now. I mean, with this, you know, you have the size of, like, girls like Magnapur and Dill, but I mean, you know, girls like Corbett and girls like Crick now that have checked in, you know, they can match the size of Iracy, so maybe trying to get some of the quickness on the other side now. You know, like we said, Schnernberger's just going to try to do anything he can to get offense right now.
And again, I've said it earlier in the broadcast, it's all about consistency, just finding consistency with this team. And you find something like that you can hang your hat on, then you might find some wins in situations like this because you know what you can dial up for a sure thing.
As a good hustle rebound there by Emma Bartlett to keep the possession for the Falcons, trying to take it all the way. Amazing shot there by Chelsea Wheeler, trying to just got it finessed in off the fingertips with triple coverage on her. Cutting the lead now to 21.
There's Samarone in the corner, left wide open.
Samarone gets it now, tries to get it inside. Fight for the shot, goes up, no good. Rebound Chelsea Wheeler, and Emma Bartlett gets the ball back. 6:53 and ticking here in the fourth quarter as Emma Bartlett loses the ball, recovers it, kicking it to Leskovac now. Leskovac taking it to the top of the key, looking for a pass, now getting it to Crick. Crick now going inside, hands it off to Mickey. Traveling violation called on Ashley Mickey.
Yeah, I don't know if you could hear it through our headsets, but you hear Coach Schnernberger saying, let's go work. Let's work. Work. And that's what you have to do when you're, you know, everything's stacked against you. Sometimes you just got to roll up your sleeves and go to work. And, you know, one thing that I took out of that last possession was Emma Bartlett calling out the plays without the basketball, letting her players know, her teammates know where to be and where she expects them. And that's what a leader does. And that right now, this team is looking for that leader that can be the quarterback, that can be the floor general. And I think Coach Schnernberger looking for that as well.
The Cards now in the bonus will go to the line now on each additional foul for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Maybe something you could try doing is send one of their worst free throw shooters to the line for these 1-on-1s, because like you said, not only does it stops the clock on top of it, and you might have chances to get the ball back on relatively no score possessions.
But on that same token, you cannot give up fouls and put the other team at the line, because Canfield shooting the lights out from the free throw line tonight.
As we see Samaro making 1 for 2 at the line. Fight for the rebound there as Emma Bartlett comes away with it off the pass there. Bartlett now taking it to the wing as we see Daria Williams checked back in. Leskovac now with the pump fake. Leskovac looking for a pass, gets it to Crick. Crick, they kept her in even with bringing Daria Williams, and Crick now tried to get inside. Not afraid to attack the basket there as a 3 from Bartlett is up, no good. Fight for the rebound there. Jump ball will be called. Stays with the Falcons on alternating possessions.
Give credit where credit's due. Chelsea Wheeler down low, and she is not afraid to get in there and get her hands dirty, because she's in there in the trees, and she's not getting lost.
As we see now, trying to find an inside pass is Leskovac getting it to Daria Williams. Good pass, but an offensive foul will be called there on Williams. Able to draw it there. Samarone finally getting a foul going her way. In exchange there, and we'll go back to the Cardinals.
Sometimes it's just what it looks like, right? I mean, and that's what these officials have to go off of, what it looks. And when Williams puts her shoulder down and bowls over Samarone, whether it was a flop or not, it's really good reaction by Samarone.
And a traveling violation there called, and now the Cardinals, they're giving you the mistakes. They're giving you extra possessions, more possessions than the Falcons have seen all night. It's just, can the Falcons take advantage of all these extra possessions? Because they're starting to make mistakes of traveling violations, and we haven't seen many of them all night from this Cardinals team.
Well, when you've got a 23-point buffer, you can make a few mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely, as Crick now gets it to Bartlett. Bartlett trying to work her way inside, hands it off there to Wheeler. Wheeler now tried to find her way back to, that was Bartlett there in the corner. As Crick now tries to attack inside, now hands it off to Wheeler. Wheeler now goes inside, kicks it to the corner. Bartlett now with the 3, puts it up and puts it in. Good, well-designed play by the Falcons that time.
That's a big bucket for Fitch on a couple different levels. It gives some confidence to Bartlett from the perimeter, which we've been missing here tonight.
As now they're just trying to stop the pass from going across court, but they are able to get it across. Samarone now tries to take it inside. Fight for the rebound, coming down with it, Samarone. Tipped there by Daria Williams, but right into Magnapora, and she will draw a foul and go to the line for 2 now.
And again, it's those second chance possessions that are driving Fitch crazy, because even a great play by Williams that swats it, it ends up right in the hands of Mangapora, who is able to take it up and an opportunity to cash in 2 from the free throw line.
As we see, Mangapora stands at 5'11", almost 6 foot tall. Fitch, the tallest girls they really have. Maya McNevin stands at 5'9", Wheeler's 5'9", but they don't really match the length as far as Magnapora. She's just long as far as arm length and just like, the wingspan of her. It's hard to fight against stuff like that. As we see Emma Bartlett now with the ball, Iracy covering her, now getting it to Leskovac. She's been playing a lot of minutes due to the Steers Royale injury from earlier. Daria Williams now kicking it to the corner. Another 3 is up and in there. Emma Bartlett now with a mini explosion here.
Confidence, and that's what you want. We talked about getting that consistency. We're starting to see the leaders emerge, and that leader is Emma Bartlett.
As we see now Coach Reel taking a timeout there, not wanting anything to get out of hand here. As you're up by a lot, but it could still get away from you if you're not careful. The comebacks are, possible still at this point of the game. As we see the Falcons now with that shot, you're only down by 18 now. It's, you cut it under 20. That's the first goal now. Can you get it to a single-digit deficit?
That's big, and the biggest thing is now you know that you can get Emma Bartlett free, and she can hit some 3s from beyond the arc. So freeing her up moving forward, not just in this game, but the Boardman game, you're going to see her emerge as not only a leader on the floor, but a leader off. We talked about she's calling out players where they need to be, telling Leskovac, go to the middle. And if you can do that without the ball and your team buys into that, she's going to be a potential star. She's going to be someone who at the end of the day, she's a junior, right? Yeah, she's still got a year left of eligibility, and she could turn into one of the league's better players.
Absolutely. We've seen her. She's been a shooter, but she's been quiet and not utilized as much in this offense. But with the struggling offense of the Falcons, you might see her, you might see them turn to Bartlett more. As Magnapur had a wide open lane, they weren't able to contest that one. She was able to go all the way and back up to a 20-point advantage for the Cardinals. As we see now, Leskovac taking her shot, no good there. Fight for the rebound.
But she chased it in. I don't know if you caught that. She chased her shot, and that's what the good shooters do, because at the end of the day, nobody's going to go 100%. And when you know it's going to be off, you chase your shot, give your chance an opportunity for a second shot or a rebound and a kick out, just making something happen. And when you're down by this, or when it's a close game, it's those possessions, those second chance opportunities, that is going to make the difference between a winner and a loser.
As Daria Williams picking up her 4th foul, the next one will put her out of the game, fouling out there. As now Iracy converting her 1st bucket and 2nd bucket now, and we are back up now 22-point advantage for the Cardinals.
I'll tell you this about Williams. She plays one way, and that is all out.
Yeah.
I mean, she is not afraid to put her shoulder down. She's not afraid to dive after a basketball, no matter who's on the floor.
She's one that attacks, and, she is fearless on the floor, just, not getting the luck of the shot the last couple of games, rather, but, just trying to, work her way through it. As Crick now takes a shot. Almost every shot from Zeta Crick this game has been in and out, as she's, she has the range for it. She has, the touch for it. It's just unlucky bounces for her right now. As a foul there, as Leskovac will go to the line now, as we see Ashley Mickey and Caitlin Corbett will be checking back in for the Falcons.
And again, under 4 minutes, this is an opportunity for some of these players to earn their spot, whether it's the starting 5, the 6, 7, 8 spot in the lineup, even 9, 10. You've got to earn your minutes when these opportunities present themselves.
And I think with a struggling offense like this, I mean, like we said, you lose tonight, you've lost 6 in a row then. Schnernberger's never lost more than 3 in a row before this season. And I don't think any starting position is solidified with this team right now, and it's, earn your starting spot at this point. It's, show us what you can give on offense and defense.
Well, especially when you're going to shake things up. If you see somebody playing hard down 21, what are they going to do when it's a one-possession game? They're going to be out of their mind playing, But reality is, these girls are willing to give their all for Coach Schnernberger, and that says, again, a lot about the buy-in to the program and a buy-in to his coaching style.
As that pass goes wide right of, that was Leskovac there. Goes out of bounds, and Leskovac will check out for Caitlin Corbett. Both Leskovac and Zeta Crick putting in good minutes for this Falcons team as far as defense goes. Offense, they tried to create their shots. I mean, Crick was able to get inside, create her shot. It was just not falling for her, but I mean, still, you got to appreciate the hustle and just the skill to find her way inside there. Daria Williams now kicking it there to Ashley Mickey. Ashley Mickey now in the corner trying to work her way inside, kicking it to Emma Bartlett. Emma Bartlett might have thought about a 3 from that deep there with how consistently she's been making it this 4th quarter. Elected not to, though. It's Caitlin Corbett getting the ball there. And a traveling violation is called and goes back to the Cardinals. As we're under now 3 minutes, 2:40 left here in the 4th quarter, with the Cardinals leading it by 21. I mean, it's all but over right now for the Falcons, but it's not a total loss. You could still see, like you said, what you have in this team, and try to get what you can out of the players that you have. As we see Bartlett taking another 3. Strong on that one. She took that one from about 1.5 feet behind the line there.
I'm starting to see that she's a better catch and shooter than she is off the dribble, at least from the perimeter. And that's one of the things that, when you talk to coaches at the next level, they're going to ask you, are you a catch and shoot person, or can you create your own shots off the dribble?
As we see now, Samarone getting it inside, getting stolen away.
Nice play by Williams.
Daria Williams now tries to go coast to coast with it. Shot is up, no good. Sails out of bounds, will stay with the Falcons.
And you're going to see a complete line change from Canfield and a couple new faces in for Fitch as well.
Yeah, that is Jocelyn Jordan checking in. First time we've seen her on the varsity side of things this year. As Corbett now getting it to Crick, who checked back in. And I mean, another good look by Crick. I mean, just didn't fall there, but she has the ability to get open, we've seen from Zeta Crick tonight. And, you know, with Steers Royal's injury, we don't know how long she's going to be out. It's really going to be a time for some of these bench players to step it up, and everyone needs to step it up now with an injury like that.
It's like my mom always said. She was a nurse, and I said, how long am I out with an ankle injury if I go to the hospital? She says 6 weeks. How long am I out if I have you assess it? Until you can walk again. Yeah. So it's one of those situations where you hope she's okay, but if you go to a specialist, they're going to tell you 6 weeks. And that was 20 years ago, so who knows what it is now. It's probably 3 days or something crazy like that. But, I mean, ankles are tricky. You just never know. It's a case-by-case basis, and hopefully she's able to work back and rehab that quickly, and it's not too serious of an injury.
As Cara Perot now checking in for the Falcons, as they've gone all out with this bench pretty much now, with the exception of Williams there. And, I mean, Corbett even playing on the bench, so it's a Daria Williams, and then essentially all bench right now, trying just to see what you got. That shot there by Perot, no good, blocked there.
I don't know if there's any Steeler fans out there listening, but breaking news is Bill Cowher is going to be in the 2020 Hall of Fame class.
Well, that's a congratulations in order there for him there.
I hope there's more than one. Hope Polamalu's in there as well.
I find it hard to believe that they won't put Polamalu in after his years of success with the organization.
Nice pass.
Daria Williams, nice fast break pass there, not able to corral the second chance opportunity.
That, out of everything tonight, has got to be what the Falcons key in on and really clean up, is these transition buckets they've left on the rim.
And, I mean, with this game, too, I mean, we know Cardinals came in tonight. They were 9-3. We knew about their offense, and, you know, how high scoring and explosive they could be. Falcons defense held them to 42 points here, and they didn't really start getting going until the second half of play.
You're right, and if again, I don't know it. We haven't seen the tape on the run back yet, but I would say that the Falcons have left probably 20 points on the rim.
Absolutely, and I mean, like, it was more of an offensive struggle game than the defense. I mean, the defense played very well for the Falcons, but like you said, 20 points in a game is not going to win you very many games at a varsity level like this, and it's a struggle on offense here. As Zeta drawing the foul there. She's fearless even at her height, too. She's been hustling going in, and like we said, we'll probably see more minutes of her going down the stretch.
And it's good to see these, you know, some of these minutes coming in. You see Crick getting some of these valuable minutes.
As she is, she's only a freshman, too, and, you know, she plays a lot at the JV level, so, I mean, at freshman, she has a lot of potential on the upside now going for her.
Be interested to see how many of these young ladies play travel basketball.
Absolutely there as that rebound. As we're in essentially garbage time here, 17 seconds to go. Falcons with the loss will go to 4-7 on the year. The Cardinals will up their impressive record to 10-3. As we see, Fitch's next game will be Wednesday, January 15th, right here at Austintown High School against Boardman, as that is part of a two-day doubleheader there with the boys and the girls team playing Tuesday, Wednesday, both against
January 15th.
January 15th.
Okay.
Yep, against Boardman there. Canfield will go to Laurel High School on January 15th for their next game, as they have won this game 10-3 is their record now. Just, you know, one thing we'll have to see with the Falcons, can they improve on their offense? And for the Cardinals, can they keep this impressive run going?
I mean, come tournament time, Canfield is going to have a lot of signature wins on their resume. And I mean, you've got a Poland, you've got an Austintown Fitch now. When you look at it, the Lady Cards should be there when it's all, you know, when we're talking districts. Austintown Fitch, they've got to be able to score when there's uncontested shots. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When you're given an open look at the rim, you've got to put the ball in the peach basket. And at the end of the day, like I said, probably 20, maybe even a couple more shots that were points that were left out there. And, you know, you look at it, If you get another 20 points, you're looking at a 41 to 42 ball game. And then it's anybody. Then you're showing, who's going to have the best opportunity, who's going to show the most at the pressure bursting pipes, or is it creating diamonds?
Absolutely. And we had a game here where the Falcons, they got to figure out their offense for the Lady Falcons. Our next broadcast will be right here on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, where the Austintown boys basketball team will go against Boardman, and that'll be a huge matchup there, division-wise, boys and girls. And that'll be pretty much Derek versus Todd there as that matchup goes.
And if you're not tuned in for that one, I feel bad for you because, actually, if you're not here, I feel bad for you. Even YSN is a backup ticket that night because that is going to be an unbelievable atmosphere here in the Bird's Nest. And I am completely jealous that you're going to be here calling that action back and forth. It's going to be like watching the Harlem Globetrotters play each other.
As the Falcons boys team recently winning against both the Tigers and the Cardinals now, another division game going for them. For everyone who tuned in tonight in Austintown, Ohio, we thank you for viewing us here on YSN or wherever you may be in Austintown Fitch Falcons basketball. We thank Leslie back at the studio, and we thank our owner, DJ Yoakley, for joining us tonight. For everyone here viewing us, we like to say good night, everybody.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.
In association with Austintown Local Schools and Austintown Township.